Okay. This is April 19th, 2021 Village Council meeting. Let's start with roll call. Yeah. There we go. All right, so let's go with Council President Wolf,
Here.
Councilperson Shrimp,
Here.
Councilperson Bruger,
Here.
Councilperson Curl,
Here.
Councilperson McNamara,
Present.
Councilperson Benintendi.
Here.
Awesome. All right, so everybody is here. Let's go straight to meeting minutes for April 12th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Anything? No, we're good. Okay. Mark, take it away.
All right, lots of legislation to read tonight. Let me get down to my real pages. Here we go. All right, starting with Resolution 2021-08, a resolution authorizing and approving the mayor and fiscal officer to sign a contract with Flock Safety to install Flock cameras. This is a third reading of that. Those are those cameras that can identify vehicles and whatnot. I move to approve.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded. Anyone want to have some discussion on it?
All right, roll call.
All right, yep.
You're muted, Mayor.
Councilperson Curl,
Aye.
Councilperson Shrimp,
Nay.
Councilperson Benintendi,
Aye.
Council President Wolf,
Aye.
Councilperson Bruger,
Aye.
and Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
All right. And that passes. And let's go to the next one.
All right, the next one, whoops. Resolution 2021-10. This is not one of my fancy ones, okay. A resolution authorizing and approving the execution of a contract with Flowline LLC for inspection, cleaning, and video recording of certain storm sewers. The cost of the project shall not exceed $32,000 without further approval of council. I believe this is also a third reading. I also believe, I know, just to preload this, I know we were thinking it would be closer to 15 and we were going to be doing this and the other one, the storm and the sanitary. I plan to make a motion to withdraw the sanitary as per a recommendation from the streets committee. And so it'll actually end up being about the same amount.
And then you want to just say that we plan on revisiting that next year and keeping it on pace to keep within the 7 years. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, so in all fairness, we have a 7-year rotation. We are not there yet. The committee decided to postpone it 1 year to stay within that, but still continue to move forward on the storm sewers.
There you go.
Is that
We
accurate?
also concluded that it wouldn't really have any, negative effect whatsoever.
Yeah, that was my only concern, is that we might be, saving a penny today to spend $1 tomorrow kind of thing. If we,
Yep.
Let it go
we'll get
too
to
far,
that on
but-
the one that we're not going to spend. Let's get this one moved through then. So I'm going to move that we pass this one.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this, on the storm sewer cammering, cleaning and video recording? All right, looks like we're ready for a roll call.
Councilperson McNamara,
aye,
Councilperson Bruger,
Aye.
Councilperson Curl,
Aye.
Councilperson Benintendi,
Aye.
Councilperson Shrink,
Didn't hear you, Diane.
Aye.
Heard you that time.
and Council President Wolf.
Aye.
Awesome.
All right. Resolution 2021-11, a resolution authorizing and approving the execution of a contract with Resources Internationals, Inc. for a pavement condition assessment of the village streets. This would also be a third meeting, but I have been informed it is the recommendation of the Streets Committee again that we withdraw this resolution. Since we are not planning to fix the streets this year, we would have to redo it in a year that we are planning to fix. At least that was my understanding. Is that true?
Yes, although since then, some information has come up about the new school and, but I refresh my memory, Mayor Hughes. The the pavement condition is different than the design of the roads is.
Correct. The only thing that this is gonna, the pavement condition report was to analyze all of the streets in the older section. They would give the conditions of the curbs and gutters and the streets. And it was already budgeted for 2022. We were gonna try to get it done this year, but as the Streets Committee had discussed, that we really don't have the funds to move forward doing a lot of the street paving options. So getting information today to know that we can't do the projects tomorrow doesn't necessarily make an abundance of sense. So waiting until next year to do the street analysis and hopefully being in a position to move forward on some projects that may be identified.
When
I
was
would
the last
also
street
add-
analysis done?
What's that?
When was the previous street analysis done?
2016-ish.
That's
Right, I
probably-
believe it's, here's what I will tell you, if I'm wrong, you can definitely tell me I'm wrong by looking on minervapark.org, because the last analysis is actually on the website.
It's probably somewhat accurate still.
The intention was to do them every 5 years. This is 5 years from the last one, but we also have yet to, I think, engage in the #1 recommended repair from that assessment. So paying for another one that's going to tell us that the same area is still our worst area is why it doesn't make a lot of sense.
And the roads don't appear to be in bad shape, except for the one that we're already planning on.
Well, they do some amount of analysis to tell us beyond just what your eyes can tell you. Right. I remember we were surprised by the results of the last one, that what we were anticipating they were going to tell us was our worst wasn't anywhere near our worst. So.
All right, well, it doesn't sound like I'm gonna get a lot of pushback from this, so I'm gonna motion that we withdraw this piece of this resolution.
Second,
All right,
this can just be a voice.
this is just a voice, that's what I thought. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I,
All opposed? Abstaining, all right, so 2021-12 has been removed. No? Yes, it has.
11. We're not to 12 yet, that's next.
Sorry, 11. Yeah, I had advanced my screen before I should have. So speaking of which. Wait. Okay, now we're going to 2021-12. Sorry, I had them all out of kilter in my head. A resolution authorizing and approving the execution of a contract with Flowline LLC for inspection, cleaning, and video recording of certain sanitary sewers. The cost of the project now shall not exceed $32,000 without further approval of council. This was meant to be a third reading. This is the one I alluded to earlier and shouldn't have because it got my brain all confused. That we will be doing the storm sewers, but not the sanitary sewers, which are still within their 7-year window of the schedule for keeping them cleaned and inspected. So this one, at the recommendation of the Streets Committee, I am also going to move to withdraw.
Second,
Any discussion on it? All right, it has been moved and seconded. All those in favor of withdrawing it, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right, 2021-12 has been withdrawn. Okay. The big long one. Resolution 2021-13. A resolution pursuant to 5705.19A of the Ohio Revised Code, declaring the necessity for submitting the question of a renewal tax levy for the purpose of providing the current expenses of the general fund for the village of Minerva Park. This is only our second reading. Is this, I believe, Mayor Hughes, just the one saying, yes, we need this money and not the one that puts it on the ballot?
Correct. The next
There
one
we
is
go.
place
We
it
are
on the
saying
ballot.
we need that. It looks like about 111,000 and a little more in renewal levy to keep the village going. And that's been read. Moving on to resolution 2021-14. A resolution to proceed with placing the issue on the ballot for a renewal tax levy for the purpose of providing for the current expenses of the village of Minerva Park. This is, of course, that same renewal levy. It looks to generate a little over $111,000 if it were to, of course, be renewed. This is also a second reading. Then this is the one to actually put it on the ballot. And for those of you really curious, it is a 3 2/10 mil levy we will be renewing. And that has been read for the second time. Next, we have resolution 2021-15, a resolution appointing Brady Oxender and Diane Shrimp as the village designee for the tax incentive review council and community reinvestment authorities. We discussed this last meeting. This is the second reading of this. We need to have 2 residents, doesn't have to be anyone already involved in government, to review the TIF funds and such once every year at a meeting. And this just makes Diane Shrimp and Brady Oxender those 2 people. Unless anyone wants to comment, that's been read twice now. And lastly, ordinance 06-2021, an ordinance to make supplemental appropriations for the current expenses of the village of Minerva Park for the year 2021. Looks like we are going to move to waive the reading. This is only the second reading.
No.
No, it's
something?
not. They have the third reading waived down there for some reason and then passed on April 12th. So just a clerical thing to change that up.
Let me look at it.
And I think we got like 3 or 4 different chunks of this. So I might just be looking at an older one.
I'm double
Well,
checking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But on my copy, it has third reading waived past April 12th. Today is, of course, April 19th.
Right. The one that was out on the site today has the third reading April 19th.
Okay. Okay. I must have grabbed one of the older emails
No, yeah,
with
this
the
is the one.
packets. And Mayor Hughes, do you want a real quick comment on the different changes?
Yes.
I know we all
So,
know, but just in case anyone's watching or listening or cares to know.
yeah, these are all pretty straightforward. The 16,500 increase is the AJ asphalt to do the lake in front of the lake. The asphalt in front of the lake, yeah. To replace that. We actually passed that legislation last week. And of course, I don't have an appropriation to do it yet. So, which we haven't done it yet, but that actually goes with last week's legislation. Personal services, the 15,000, 3,000, 18,000, and then the next one, 15,000. All that is reallocating for code enforcement, doing a non-employee to a contractual employee. So that's what that is. The 15,000 for the accounting and legal fees, that is for our legal team to move forward, investing time and effort into the TIF and bonds and figuring out different ways for financing some lakes projects, maybe streets projects. But that's investing in trying to figure out how to pay off the TIF and be able to borrow and do all of that. I can't go in detail on that because I'm going to misspeak. But it is basically for their time looking at different options for funding options. Storm sewer maintenance fund, the engineering and the repairs, that is strictly the thing that we just passed for the storm sewer. We had already allocated money for this particular project. However, we were 5,000 short on engineering and 4,000 short on the actual televising amount. So that is just the difference of what we had budgeted versus what it actually costs.
Okay.
Can I ask one question real quick?
Yes.
Have we still talking about whether we're going to spend the money for the law director to look at it, or is that already moving forward?
That's up to you guys to determine. In the finance committee meeting, I feel like they were interested in moving forward. That was that committee that we just had.
Okay,
Floor's
that's
open.
where, so that was discussed an hour ago
Correct.
or so.
Well, it's been
Gotcha.
discussed. I mean, we've actually, this is probably the
Oh, I
third
mean,
time we've
again.
discussed it, but more in detail in the finance committee just recently. And I resent that back out to everybody.
So to clarify, the 15,000 that's been allocated is to do the research on the TIF.
Correct.
All right, so right, and the TIF would be 24. The TIF cannot be used for the facility, but the TIF can be used for the lake dredging. And so it's going to be looked at for that. And then in terms of the facility, that would be a loan from Huntington would be what Tiffany is, the mayor is researching. And that would be maybe perhaps a 30-year loan, like a mortgage on the facility. Should that, turn out to be a good thing to do at this point. So there's research into that. But this 15 is for the TIF borrowing research. What?
I think,
Sorry,
I don't think that was meant for
Yeah, I was
us.
trying to say something.
no, I had something caught in my throat there.
I'd say I thought it was a dog or something.
Mhm. All right, now, and just to confirm, of course, Diane already confirmed that it's on the website. Now they open the last of the packets. I'm seeing all the good numbers on the bottom. So any other questions or comments on that? All right, I think I already moved to pass for a third reading, so I think we're to the voting part.
Did we have a second?
Let's just make sure. I move that we pass.
Second,
There we go. Now we do.
All right, Councilperson Berger,
Aye.
Council President Wolf,
aye.
Councilperson Curl.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara,
I,
Councilperson Shrimp,
Aye.
and Councilperson Benedetti.
Aye.
All right. And we missed one. And it may not have been on the one that you were looking at. But
the church- No, we got that one.
it was just a second reading, but it was for,
I'm
To
seeing it now,
change from-
public records. Let me
Yeah.
jump down to it.
you're good.
You know what it is? I think I have it listed in the agenda, but not the paper.
Could be. And I'll make sure it's in there. I'm looking right now.
Okay, well, it is,
I didn't notice we missed one. Is there?
The public records designee is the one
yeah,
that,
resolution
oh, the public
2021-16, public records designee.
know,
And I
it's funny,
only
it's
have the
not-
short title to read because I do not have it sitting in front of me.
Yeah, I don't see it in here. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Because I can get it in 2
It's
seconds.
in,
Yeah, if you
it's
wanna
in the,
read the-
it's in the prior one, because I saw it, I know I saw it.
I did too, and I didn't
I
check.
already closed out my little tab that had the prior one in exchange for the new one.
They have
I
all
know,
these-
I know I saw it. Yes, it was in the prior one. Must have been.
Okay, let's do this. I want to make sure that you do read it correctly, just so we can
Mhm.
get it. And I'm sure I could make this really easy, but Common Drive. Almost there. Of course, I say that and watch, it won't pop up. It'll be the only one that doesn't come up. Oh, there we go. I don't know if you want me to read it to you and then, oh, shoot.
I
Wrong
think
one.
you can read it in just as well as I can.
Okay. Don't worry, because I just clicked on the wrong one. All right, here we go. A resolution appointing the fiscal officer as the village designee for public records training. I think that's pretty much the same title it was the last time. However, that was Kim Pulley, and we are just substituting the name for Leah Klein. And that's it. It's been read.
There we go. That's legislation.
Beautiful. All right, let's move on to, and of course now I shut everything. I don't know if it's new business or old business first, so whichever one you want to start with. New business. Anybody? Do you guys want to go straight into new business for, do you guys have a topic that you want to discuss? Is there something, or do you guys want to go to old business? Do you want to turn this to a work session about something? Or are you guys done for the day? I know we didn't really have a specific topic, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know that a specific topic for the work session had ever been decided upon.
Right.
So I quite frankly am okay if we adjourn, but unless somebody else has something hot and pressing, I'm already, that's my thought.
Hey,
Yeah, no,
Brian,
yeah.
we're in agreement for one, or another time.
I didn't hear you there, Tony. You cut out on me.
I said, I agree. This is one of those times where I agree with you, Brian.
Mark the day.
All right, well, let's do it then the normal way. Let's do anybody that does have any new business, if there's anything that you need to talk about. And then we can go straight to old business. I don't hear any new business. Anybody have anything for old business? I always feel like I should be saying something, but I really have nothing either, Brian, so I'm
That's
with
even
you.
better. So
I don't.
let's all enjoy the last bit of nice weather because it's bound to get about to get cold. So get outside, dig a hole or something.
Yeah, because
think-
it
I
really
think we
snows them
basic-
out.
I think we basically covered all the committees already.
Oh,
All
hey,
right.
yeah, we're supposed to get snow Wednesday night or
Yeah.
Thursday morning.
Bite your tongue.
Yep. All right. Well, then move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye,
All right. Everybody have a good night.
Aye.
Thank you.
night.
Bye, everyone.